What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome again. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'll show you guys a 24 hours in my life with a toddler. So it is currently 5:30 a.m. and I am resetting my body with a glass of lime water. I like to wake up before the baby, mainly because I like to have my me time, some quiet time to focus on meditating, whether that be doing my to-do list or journaling. But yeah, this is really going to just be me showing you guys our routine. We do value our privacy, so I'll just kind of give you more of an overview of what we do throughout the day. He usually wakes up between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, depending on what time he goes to bed the night before, which is we aim for 8 p.m. But once he wakes up, we usually will start off by doing some stretching and just getting his body moving, getting his body activated, and just some breathing. We also do some mantras and affirmations like you are kind, you are strong, you are important, you're supportive, you're loving, and just a variety of different things just to get his mind going as well. And then I like to do this thing where we greet the world, so whether that be going out to the front of the house and looking out the window and saying hello to everything in sight, and that's pretty much what we do to get things going.
And Bubbles is trying to hide from me today. Yeah. Say hi, Bubbles. What's Bubbles? Yeah, Bubbles' name is Bubbles. Mr. Bubbles.
Then we'll actually start off by going to the potty to change his diaper. We're actually in the process of potty training, so that's what we're doing now.
Alright, so now it's time to brush his little teeth. I am using the toothpaste from the brand Jack and Jill. It's flavor free and fluoride free, and I like this a lot because not only is it vegan friendly, non-toxic, but so the ingredients are pretty simple and I just feel more comfortable with this. I also use this brand for his teething gel when he settles his teeth. And then for the toothbrushes, I got these toothbrush from the brand Greensla, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I know you can get this pack on Amazon, so I'll definitely link it down below. But there's different individual colors that come inside the box. But right now, this is the little toothbrush that he's using. This is the color he picked. So yeah, that's about it.
So after he brushes his teeth, we have a breakfast, of course. I usually intermittent fast, so he is the one that's really eating. I'll usually just make us or make him some watermelon, just to kind of get him started for the day. And then he'll have some blueberries, strawberries, and some avocado toast on rice cakes. Then his mid-morning snack will look similar to that of just more strawberries with coconut flakes and cinnamon. And I also like to give him his supplements. So since he is a vegan as well, we like to really supplement with just the important things like iron. This is an iron tonic that's non-alcoholic, and is by the brand Herb Lore. We also have the vitamin C, the infant's vitamin C. They also have a toddler version of this by the brand Mary Ruth. I really like this, and I've been using it since he was a toddler. And it has it shows you the amount to give each day. So yeah, this brand is Mary Ruth, and it's the orange and vanilla flavor. We also have the vitamin D3 and vitamin D3 and K2 by the brand Live Wise, as well as the kids liquid probiotic by the Go Healthy brand. So yeah, that's some of the things that we kind of aim to focus on in the morning. And we also have an infant's and toddler omega-3 supplement by the same brand Mary Ruth as well. And for our B12, we have the Mary Ruth brand once again, but it's a liquid spray, so we just do a couple of squirts each day to get us started. I also like to make juices for him, so that way if he's thirsty and just wants an extra little boost throughout the day, we have some prepared. So I like to make different combinations, whether that be mango and pears, whether that be apple, pears, and kale, or kale, pears, and pineapple, just so that he has some things to choose from. So as you can see, I'm just currently making a mango and pear juice now. So here's a quick like overview of our daily schedule. We usually start around like 11 doing some like homeschool preschool prep. Okay, so since I'm creating this video like at the beginning of the year, I felt like it was perfect for me to kind of introduce something that I plan to be doing for the next couple of months. So I actually plan to start like a preschool prep homeschool type of situation with my son. And I know it's a little early, so y'all don't look at me crazy, but I really wanted to, like I said, introduce him to these things as much as possible. We've all heard that phrase, our parents are our child's first teachers, so that's essentially what I want to do. And I also want to say that if you do plan to use any of the things that I talk about in like this section of the video, so just keep it as simple as possible and to not overcomplicate things, because realistically, like my child's 18 months, like they're not going to sit down for like no longer than like 10-15 minutes anyway. So essentially what my like structure of teaching is it's more like just like the independent play and then just teaching as you go. So like if we're making juices in the morning, like I may be like, hey, this is what an apple is, this is what a carrot is, you know, this is what a beet is, and you know, kind of like letting him learn through that. But I do want to have the curriculum, like I created the curriculum myself, mainly because of the fact that I am a planner and I don't like to be like all over the place, you know. And like, so he has a lot of different toys and activities like naturally that will be like as a great guide along this process, in my opinion. So in regards to some of the activities, well, actually let me go ahead and like talk about the goals and like his little curriculum. So basically how it's broken down, as you can see, I'll probably insert something like somewhere on, probably on the side, so where you guys can see it. But basically how it's broken down is broken down by the month, and I'll have like the goal, I'll have bring this closer. So I'll have like the goal, I'll have like, you know, the theme, which I'll explain a little bit more later, and then like maybe something else like a major activity or like something that we're going to be discussing. So each month is going to have a different theme, and we'll have like a different like music lesson in terms of like what we're learning, like who we're learning about. And so this theme for this month is body parts, and so basically like he kind of is like very familiar with a lot of the body parts, like your knee, nose, eyes, mouth, chin, elbow, and like some of the basics, hair, like, you know, some of the basics. But some things like under your arm or your neck, like, you know, he kind of knows that, he knows belly, but it's just gonna be serve as like a refresher for these parts of the body, and just going like into more details of like where these like body parts are. And then each week is going to be broken down into like each day. So each week we'll have each day separately a different like topic or category. So Mondays will be like letters, Tuesdays will be colors, Wednesdays will be shapes, and then Thursdays will be numbers. And then Fridays is when we'll focus on like a body part theme. And then I also want to mention, like on Fridays we also will do like an activity, whether that be like a field trip. So that means us going to like a farmer's market, or going to the park, or even just going outside to the snow, going outside while it snows and stuff like that, and for allow him to play in that way. We do like outside times where he can go, you know, to the front and or to the back, and just like outside, you know, hang out for a little bit just to get some fresh air. But so basically how it's broken down is in like that way, like each day being what it is. And then let me actually show you guys that, so that way it's like more of like a visual. And then I also created a schedule that will coincide with like my personal schedule, so that way it'll kind of like, you know, fall into place. But essentially, like the daily schedule, like as I just mentioned, is like, so letters are Monday, then he has free time. Tuesdays are colors and music. Wednesdays is numbers and more free time. Shapes on Thursdays and music on Thursdays. And as I just mentioned previously, theme, activity, or field trip on Fridays. But with that being said, the free times are just essentially just like an independent play, where like he really just doing his own thing, and we just kind of learning as we go. So that's that. What else did I want to mention in regards to this? Okay, so in regards to like how, you know, like I said, how I did for like the letters. So I'm going to talk about that first. In regards to like the letters, I actually was doing my own like personal research in regards to like, you know, teaching the alphabet. And yes, you can teach like the ABC, you know, song and things of that nature, which is essentially what we still do. However, I actually came across a video, which I'll insert or a link down below, where she teaches you, she has more experience with like years of experience teaching. And there's an actual recommended way of how to actually teach your toddler the alphabet. And so it's not the like regular, like say A, B, C, D, E, F, G type of way. So essentially, like, so for the first month, I have it to where it's A, M, T, S, and I, and I have that broken down to each week. So that's why I say like letters on Mondays would be introduced on like the first Monday, and then we'll just kind of like go each day reintroducing it and things of that nature, and then so on and so forth. And I can insert like I said that down below, so that way you guys can kind of have more of like a visual of how that works. And then we'll just like, so we're gonna keep it simple, you know, focus on the color red one week, focus on color blue the next week, focus on the color like yellow the next week, and like I said, simple shapes throughout the week. And then from now and for this month, we're just gonna focus on like counting from 1 to 5, and just like to keep it simple. I'm not gonna force it too much and overcomplicate it to the point where if like in February or even March he's like kind of a little behind, I'm not gonna be thinking like, oh my god, like we have to have him learn this by then. But I truly believe, and I'm a strong believer, that like repetition is key and will help this, you know, so much. He also has this little device called Ayla Animal Island Learning Adventure, and they do like, it's like little animal that has like, you know, little songs, or they count, and you know, you can monitor the screen time. You can do so much with the little device. You can't access the internet though, so I wanted to mention that. But for the most part, it's just like they have story time with like a variety of different and diverse books. They have like I said, different songs that they'll do, and you can kind of tailor it to your child's age group. And I think right now they have it from like 6 to like 12 months, and then like 12 to 18 months, and then kind of up until like the child is like 3 or 4. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I read something recently that they're gonna actually try to increase it to like 5 or 6, but don't hold me to that. You would have to do your own research on that as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in regards to like some activities. So I did print out some. We already started with the number 1, so I have like the little number book. So like, as you can see, this is like the number 2, and like I said, even if he's not completely like focused on like what it is, the fact that he sees it, it's like a visual thing, like a reoccurring thing. Eventually it'll start to kind of click. And like I said, I just use these to like talk to him and then allow him to color, which is probably what we're going to do later on today, is do some coloring, which is something he really enjoys to do. And with that being said, I kind of wanted to talk about some of these like organic crayons that I got. So this is by the brand, I believe it's pronounced Azafran, and I got this from Amazon. They're vegan, non-toxic, eco-friendly, and again, organic. And I really like that because they're like little block crayons. You could tell they're kind of already missing, but like he's able to like hold them in his hand. I also have like the color pencil version of this as well. But yeah, they're like very, let me check one out. Yeah, they're very small, easy for him to like hold, and I think it's just great that they're like vegan and non-toxic. Show you guys this little virtual learning, like preschool learning system thing. It's like a little tablet called Alia. And so initially it's Adventure Island Learning Academy or Adventure or something like that. And I wanted to show this to you guys because my son just got this recently for his birthday, and I thought this was the cutest like little learning device thing where you could still monitor your screen time through the parent app that you can connect to this. But the plus comes with like a variety of little like read aloud stories, but from colors to shapes to numbers and like so much more. You can do so much with this. And like I said, it's like a little virtual like preschool thing, and I thought this was cool. As many of you guys know, I plan to homeschool my son, so I figured why not go ahead and get on top of that by getting something that can help with the process, and this literally is it. So another thing we do in our household is sensory activities. This one is a DIY activity, which is super simple. All you really need is like a acrylic plate that you can get from the dollar store. Fill it with water and like some little duckies, which you can purchase either at the dollar store or like Amazon. And it doesn't have to be the duckies; it can be any little toy. But I really like these type of activities because not only does it teach him like counting or colors, but other things like sinking and floating. Allow him to like fill it up with himself, so he kind of gets that independence on his own. We also put like the little toys in there with the little mini animals in there, so that kind of shows him the difference between sinking and floating, and he really enjoys it. And then usually we will have some like outside playtime, and we live near the beach, so I really like doing my walks near the beach. Not only is it super calming and relaxing, but they also have a playground over there, so I'll go take a nice little walk with him so that way he can explore, hang out, get some fresh air, hang out in nature, and like to just really just be observant, and just connect with what is in his surroundings. So yeah, that's pretty much what we will do before lunchtime. So now for lunch, it's around like 3 o'clock. I wanted to show you guys this Else plant-based nutrition. I guess you could say it's kind of like a supplement formula. So we recently got this a few months ago, and we wanted to try it only because he is plant-based, and I wanted to see like if it would add any extra nutritional value to his diet. It is only 3 ingredients: the tabica, buckwheat, and almond. So for lunch, he will have some avocado, olives, and slices of sweet mini peppers, and a mixture of quinoa and tofu scramble. And then I like to give him some like watermelon like water, I guess you could say, as like an extra bit of hydration. And so for snack, I also will make him kind of like pre-make or meal prep some snacks for him, whether that be like a chia seed pudding, which is what I'm making here. This is super simple. All you really need is chia seeds, some plant-based milk, strawberries, raspberries, or blueberries, whatever you prefer. Blend it in the blender for like 15 seconds, and then voila, you could add that to a bowl, put it in the fridge for about like an hour or two, and then top it with whatever you desire. So I also like to make him some almond dehydrated crackers, which you can find the link down below. And now it's time for his nap time. So that is usually about like 30 minutes to an hour before he wakes up and is hungry again. And at this point, I'm just making a quick banana ice cream. So it's literally just like frozen banana, and I like to just top it with some strawberries, some coconut flakes, and a little bit of cinnamon, and as well as some buckwheat groats that we make ourselves. Okay, so now it's time for his bath. This is around like 4 or 5 p.m. And I personally, since the day he's been born, only use natural, vegan, non-toxic products. This brand called Pipette is one of my favorites, as well as Babbo Botanicals. I've used both of their lines of products, from baby oils to sunscreen, to, as you can see, shampoo and conditioner. And these products are also EWG verified, so if you're looking for products to try out, definitely check these brands out. After we take our bath, then it's time for some dinner. Once again, he is a vegan toddler, so I definitely enjoy playing around with different recipes for him to try out. So today he has some wild rice, he has some green peas and lentils, and then a little bit of coconut meat with some pesto. After we have dinner, then we are actually going to just go ahead and unwind with a nice book, pray, and then head him off to bed. Say amen. If you're new here, welcome again. I create content all about holistic living, wellness, self-care, fashion, motherhood, and all things in between all of that. So thank you guys again so much for stopping by. I hope you truly enjoyed this video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more content like this. As always, I am sending light and love. Be sure to subscribe while you're at it because I do post content every week.